Alrighty guys, welcome to another video, which is actually recorded live on the stream. So, if you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for a better drop chance on Sire Denathrius and get that damn 220 weapon you're never gonna get anyway. And also notifications on the channel. If you like and enjoy the stream, check me over on twitch.tv. There will be links to that in the description below, and most likely there'll be a giveaway in the description, so make sure you go down there and check out. So today we are gonna go over the mechanics and the explanation I usually give on the stream to my audience to help them kill Sire Denathrius. We have helped 120 some people now here this patch here, and what we're in 6-8 weeks so far, and it's going pretty smoothly. It is pretty effectively, and people have requested a clip, so now I'm just making a YouTube video of it. Alright guys, let's get to it. So we are starting the first phase here with Sire Denathrius, and he is in the middle. So what we are going to do here is we are going to sort the groups out in 2 equally big parts. I usually say groups 1, 3, and 5, and 2, 4, and 6. And that is because we need to take the frontal tank hit each alternating times. So if groups 1, 3, and 5 takes the first, third, and 5th hit, and then it's really easy. So positionings will look something along this side here. So we'll have the Sire Denathrius tank here. Will be marked with a big D. Not a big, but a big D. And then we'll have the raid standing in front of the tiny cone here. Do it up against the wall so the spread of the ads won't be too big and you can easily cleave them down. So groups 1, 3, and 5 takes the first hit. Then the ads will come in. There'll be ads all around us. We'll cleave those down. While we get those in, we get the nighthunters. They'll spawn around the room, maybe like here, and so they'll target 2 players. What you need to do then is take them in and take them next to the tank up against the wall here. So they'll have a little circle that will be the target of it. Then there will be a line from the nighthunter to that circle. The raid needs to then stack on that line and then soak the line, and that will reduce the damage taken by the person in the circle. If you're standing in the circle, you won't reduce the damage taken. However, you will take the damage, and that damage dealt by this mechanic will heal Denathrius, which is nothing if you do it right. Or a person will die, and you probably won't make it anyway if you're just starting out of the fight. So, yeah, the same goes for the other one. Then the Ravage will come in at one point, and that is what we like to call the pizza slice mechanic. So the pizza slice mechanic will come in around here. So let's say the pizza slice coming in. It is a bit wider. It is a third of the room. Instead of, when you're preparing to move, instead of moving around the radius, we'll move towards the center. Because if we move towards the center and you're around here, you won't actually move the angle of which the pizza slice will spawn in, at least the first one. So, if you move here, then you'll also have a shorter one after you see the red blinking spawn area. So you move out of it. So if you alternate groups 1, 3, and 5, and then 2, 4, 6 for the second hits, the second hits will always be after the blood price, and the first, third, and 5th hit will be after the pizza slice, or the initial hit. And that is pretty much how you handle the first phase. So you might notice we have a lot of shamans here in the raid. So the shamans can actually cheese this mechanic, which will be the March of the Penitent, by simply just going into Ghost Wolf before they cast the stun, and then they can just like ignore the slow and just walk into the middle. Make sure that you call out on Discord. Communication is key. If you need a grip from a priest, which we also have 3 as. Death Knights, it's the same for the Death Knights. They don't need to remove their stacks either, because Death's Advantage prevents them from going into low. They don't need to precast this. They can literally just not give a damn. That will result in less ad spawn, and it will also result in less AoE damage. So I recommend around 5-6 people of a mix of DKs and Shamans in your building your group. And that is pretty much the first phase quickly explained. Then we have the second phase, which is a... We'll draw it like this here. So this is not actually how it looks downstairs. It's a bit skewered, but for the sake of explanation. There will be some balconies here. On the side, we usually mean this up and like draw like some X's and stuff in here. And that makes it to, like, tic-tac-toe. And then we troll people. We're not gonna do that today. So, we have the bridges. I call these segments out here the bridges. They are not a bridge. These are the balconies. So, the ads are the first ones that will spawn in. And the ads will spawn here, here, and here. So, what we'll do then is that everyone in melee needs to focus on the melee ads. And everyone on the range will need to focus on the range ad on the balconies. Rogues and demon hunters can shadow step and fly over, etc. Make sure you time it so you get sucked in by the hand of destruction, so you don't die. So after we kill each of the ads, you will have crescendos, which will spawn a little red swirly underneath every player that will knock everyone back, or knock people back that are being hit by it. So you need to dodge these. These will overlap by massacre, and that's just an extra thing you need to pay attention for. If you're raid leader calls it out on Discord, it's a lot easier. If you kill the ads quick, then you'll avoid a hefty overlap with the Hand of Destruction, where everyone is going to be sucked in, and then Crescendo will land at the same second, and everyone is going to be knocked off the platform. So focus is key. Then we have the Hand of Destruction. So we have the mirrors here. The mirrors work kind of like a... what do we call this? A... Pac-Man or Snake. You go in through one mirror, you come out the other side. So we go in the mirrors here, and we come out here with the Head of Destruction. Then we'll place the Impale. So Impale is a bit different than Heroic. When Impale hits, it will place a little pool on the ground. A little puddle, which is bad. And it does the dot like it does normal. So I'm usually saying on the right-hand side of every bridge facing the mirror, we will place the Impales. You can place markers here. It's always facing the mirror. So you look at the mirror, you shake your right hand to an imaginary friend because you don't have any real friends. And then you know which side you need to place the Impales on. And that is the placement of the Impale. We'll have the Massacre, we'll have the Hand of Destruction. So we'll have one set of ads here, and then we'll have another set of ads over here. And if your DPS is not like chunky, then I recommend taking it easy and just slowing down on the boss damage. And making sure you get a clean phase-free transition in doing the last set of ads, which spawns a bit different. It spawns here and here. Right, and then we'll just move over to these ads, slowly move them over, drag the busters on. Be careful you don't place Impales in the middle, because those puddles will last until the last phase, which is annoying. Kill the ads, push the bus to 40%, and then we go into the middle. And the last phase is... oh shit. And the last phase, we kind of have like a circular room. And the last phase is pretty similar to the first and the second phase. We'll have the Massacre, we'll have the pizza slice mechanic. We'll have the Nighthunters, which is now Fatal Finesse. The big difference is that they place a puddle after them that will need to be soaked by everyone. Also melee. This phase is a pain in the for melee players. Sorry guys. So make good use of shadow steps and vanish if you are rogue, leaves, charge, etc. to keep up time. So when we are placing the soaks, try and place them not too far away from the ring and not too close, because Hand of Destruction is still a thing here. So you move away from the Hand of Destruction, preferably tanking the boss here on one side. He'll cast Hand of Destruction, and the first one will need to go out. They'll probably have a circle around here, and we'll ideally place some soaks here maybe. Then we'll go out and soak these. As soon as these are soaked, we move further away. We won't have much time, maybe a second to half a second after they're soaked, but every single yard you can create of extra distance to Denathrius will lower the damage taken from this, and it's really hard. The first annoying overlap in the last phase comes after the first pizza slice mechanic. Oh yeah, and there's the knockback as well. After the tank combo, there will be a knockback. The knockback hits quite hard. So you have to be prepared for it and not have your back towards the pizza slices and the other mechanics. So after the first pizza slice, We move out of it, and then we'll have a knockback, and then the fatal finesses. The fatal finesses after this here will overlap with another fatal finesse. So what you have to do is you place the first soaks, place them close around belly, one maybe around range. If you get the next one, you place these close to the other ones. So we soak these, and while we soak these, the next one spawns, and then we go instantly in and soaking the next ones. And then there'll be a knockback again after that. And after this here, we'll have Massacre and other mechanics that we'll need to deal with just as usual. So, on the way to the second pizza slice, it's very important you don't move into the last area. So the next pizza slice comes in, and it will overlap with a knockback. You need to use that knockback to move into the last area. Right? Once you're in the last area, you can position. In the last phase, it's very important you place the Denathrius here and here to create maximum distance for Hand of Destruction. During this, there'll be some really brutal overlaps with Massacre and with soaks. So make sure you do those as efficiently as possible. Do not take a hit from Massacre to soak. You can Cloak of Shadows, you can Ice Block, and stay in the Massacres and soak if needed. I do not recommend it unless it's needed. Because your first kills, if you're just good enough and in a raid group maybe progressing this, it will be very clutch, and a last second Ice Block while the rest of the dodge take out may be enough to get you the kill. That has happened to us multiple times. So, guys, that is it for my explanation. If you liked and enjoyed this video here, check out the live stream. We literally live streamed this. So there's the follow alerts. You can check me out, follow me on Twitch, and I hope you enjoyed, guys. Alright, that is it for that explanation. We did it a little bit more thorough than usually. So, and I'll place a marker so I know where to clip from. Cool. Clipped and shipped.